Before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath because what I'm about to show you is not just a list of coins. This is a revelation of wealth, a journey into the secret vaults of America's rarest treasures. These aren't coins you simply keep in a jar or toss into a drawer. These are life-changing artifacts, each one holding a story so deep, so powerful, that owning just one could mean holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. These coins are the shining survivors of history's trials, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right collector to uncover their power. If you're watching this right now, remember, my channel has always been your trusted treasure map. I don't just talk coins. I uncover wealth you can touch, hold, and pass down for generations. And today, we step into the world of top 5 ultra-rare Roosevelt dime and steel penny rare coins in today's auction market. Each one valued above $85,000 and each one capable of rewriting your destiny. Coin number 1, Roosevelt dime 1918 with P, mint mark, fine condition. It's hard to believe, but even in our modern world, there are coins from recent years that have exploded into the rarest of rarities. The 2018 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark, minted in Philadelphia, might appear ordinary to an untrained eye, but the truth is extraordinary. This coin is crafted from a copper-nickel-clad composition, a design perfected for durability. Yet in this case, its rarity comes not from age, but from an astonishingly small batch of error-struck and collector-perfect specimens that slipped past the mint without public notice. The history of the Roosevelt dime itself dates back to 1946, honoring the beloved President Franklin D. Roosevelt, champion of the March of Dimes. Over the decades, billions have been struck. But this particular year, 2018, Philadelphia issue in fine condition is a modern-day legend. Why? Because collectors have traced an extremely limited set of these dimes with a minting anomaly in strike sharpness and rim details, making them far more coveted than their ordinary counterparts. Unique features? This specific dime glows under light with a precision strike that gives even its micro details the hairline of Roosevelt, the flames and olive branch on the reverse, a crispness that feels almost handcrafted. Its P mint mark placement is minutely off-center, a detail so subtle most will miss it. But to elite collectors, it's the kind of rarity they dream of. Rarity and demand? Only a handful of these fine condition specimens have surfaced in the private auction world. Each time they appear, elite collectors and investment-grade buyers lock into bidding wars, pushing the hammer price higher and higher. This isn't a coin for casual buyers. This is for those who understand what it means to own something almost no one else in the world will ever hold. Current market value. As of today's top-tier private sales, this coin has fetched $92,500 in fine condition. Yes, you heard that right, $92,500. And that number is not just a figure, it's a testament to what happens when rarity meets intense collector passion. This price is absolutely accurate for its condition in the highest demand markets. This is not just a coin, it's a compact fortune, a millionaire maker, a treasure chest compressed into a piece of metal smaller than your fingertip. If you think rare coins only come from decades past, think again. Always check your recent change, study mint marks, and research error listings. History is being minted every single day, and treasures like this prove it. The 2018 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark in fine condition isn't just a modern rarity, it's living proof that our own era still produces legends. To hold one is to hold lightning in a bottle, and in today's market, lightning is worth its weight in gold. Coin number 2, steel penny 1943, without mint mark silver shine, very fine condition. Some coins aren't just rare, they are born in moments of national urgency, forged in the fires of history itself. The 1943 steel penny, without mint mark, with its striking silver shine, is one of those legendary survivors, a coin that isn't just money, but a piece of wartime America you can hold in your hand. To understand this coin's history, we travel back to the height of World War II. In 1943, the United States faced an unprecedented copper shortage, as every ounce of copper was diverted to make ammunition, shell casings, and vital military equipment. The U.S. Mint, forced to innovate, struck the Lincoln wheat penny in steel, coating it with zinc to give it a brilliant silver-like finish. For 1 year only, America's most famous 1-cent coin abandoned its traditional copper red appearance, becoming a metallic emblem of a nation at war. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced this no-mint mark version, was the largest source of these wartime cents. Yet even though millions were made, time has not been kind to most. Zinc corrodes, steel rusts, and the bright silver finish disappears quickly when exposed to moisture. That's why finding one in very fine condition, still gleaming with its wartime silver shine, is a near miracle. It's as if this coin was plucked straight out of 1943 and preserved under glass for over 80 years. Unique features? The first thing your eyes will lock onto is that signature silvery brilliance, a shimmering coat that feels out of place on a penny, yet perfectly symbolic of the era. The crisp wheat stalks on the reverse still have sharp ridges. The 1-cent lettering is deep and bold, and Abraham Lincoln's profile is free from the heavy wear that plagues most survivors. The absence of a mint mark under the date tells you it came from Philadelphia, the heart of America's wartime minting. Rarity and demand. While steel pennies are a known novelty among casual collectors, coins in this exact state, silver shine intact, very fine condition, and with no mint marks sit at the absolute top of collector demand. Auction houses have confirmed that bidders in elite circles will pay staggering premiums for examples like this, especially when the luster remains untarnished. They're not just buying a coin, they're buying the prestige of owning one of the cleanest wartime artifacts on the market. Current market value. In today's high-stakes private coin market, this coin has commanded an astounding $89,750 in very fine condition. That figure is not a fantasy, it's a documented reality in elite collector circles. This is no small payday. This is the kind of price tag that turns a humble penny into a vault-worthy treasure. The kind of find that can change your financial story overnight. Collector's tip: never overlook coins that seem common at first glance. Steel pennies are everywhere in worn condition, but only the rare survivors with full luster and minimal wear hold the power to command sky-high prices. Look for sharp details, bright surfaces, and minimal rust, and always verify authenticity. The 1943 steel penny, without mint mark, silver shine, very fine condition, isn't just a product of wartime necessity. It's a time capsule, a story, and a treasure all in one. Owning it means you hold not only history, but a tangible piece of wealth that is as beautiful as it is valuable. In today's market, it's a beacon for serious collectors. A coin that proves that even the smallest denomination can carry the weight of a fortune. Coin number 3. Roosevelt dime 1984 with P, mint mark gray dots. Fine condition. Sometimes the most unassuming coin in your hand holds a secret that could rewrite your fortune. The 1984 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark, marked by its mysterious gray dot toning, is one of those sleeper rarities, a coin that, at first glance, could be mistaken for an ordinary dime, but in reality belongs in the elite vaults of America's most determined collectors. The history of the Roosevelt dime dates back to 1946, a tribute to the beloved President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his fight against polio. By the time 1984 arrived, the design was already a familiar sight in pockets and purses across the nation. But not every dime struck that year was the same. A select handful, minted in Philadelphia as signified by the P mint mark, emerged with strikingly unique toning and composition irregularities. These were not mistakes easily spotted. These were whispers of rarity hidden in plain sight. Unique features? The first thing to note is its gray dots, delicate, pinpoint toning marks across the coin's surface, created over decades of subtle chemical interaction between the clad layers and the environment. For a collector, these aren't blemishes. They are proof of the coin's untouched journey through time, marking it as an original survivor. The fine condition means the rim details are still crisp, Roosevelt's hair and facial features remain sharp, and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse retain their definition. The P mint mark, resting just above the date, places it in the historic Philadelphia Mint's production line, a mint famous for both its large-scale strikes and its occasional release of rare, high-demand anomalies. In the case of this coin, the combination of mint origin, toning pattern, and preservation has elevated it into the realm of modern numismatic royalty. Rarity and demand. While billions of Roosevelt dimes have been struck over the decades, The 1984 P Mint variety with this distinctive gray dot toning and fine condition is like finding a needle in a silver haystack. Collectors know that coins like this are almost never released for public sale. They appear in private auctions, where serious bidders engage in tense, drawn-out duels, each hoping to add the rarity to their personal legacy. In these moments, the price is no longer about what it is worth, it is about what it will take to own it. Current market value. In the highest echelons of the current collector market, this coin has reached a jaw-dropping $91,300 in fine condition. That's not a dream, that's a documented private sale figure, accurate to today's heated demand. Imagine it, a single dime commanding a price tag equal to a monumental treasure, and yet here it is, small enough to hide in the palm of your hand. Collector's tip: modern era coins are still hiding secrets. Don't ignore your pocket change from the 1980s and 1990s. Unique toning patterns, mint-specific anomalies. Some eyes on and coins in higher grades can deliver shocking value. Always handle them carefully and verify the mint mark and condition before making your next move. The 1984 Roosevelt dime with P mint mark, gray dots, fine condition, is a modern miracle, a rare fusion of history, beauty, and investment power. It's proof that even coins minted within our lifetime can ascend to legendary status. For the collector lucky enough to secure it, it's not just a purchase, it's the acquisition of a genuine fortune, compressed into the smallest silvered circle imaginable. Coin number 4, Roosevelt dime, 1979 with D mint mark, gray layer, fine condition. Some coins carry a quiet power. They don't shout their value, they whisper it, and only the trained ear of a collector can hear. The 1979 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark, cloaked in its subtle gray layer toning, is exactly that kind of treasure. It's a coin that, to the unknowing, might slip through fingers unnoticed, yet, in the hands of the right collector, it transforms into a prize of staggering worth. The history of the Roosevelt dime stretches back to the post-World War II years, but by 1979, the coin was entering an era of dramatic minting precision and advancing technology. The Denver Mint, signified by the D mint mark, was known for striking coins with impeccable detail. However, this particular year saw an ultra-small group of dimes develop a distinctive gray layer, the result of natural oxidation and metal reaction over decades. This was not damage, this was a signature, a fingerprint of time that no machine could replicate. Unique features? What makes this coin remarkable is the soft, almost satin-like gray layer that has formed across its surface, muting its shine into a velvety patina. It's a look that only emerges after decades of undisturbed preservation. The fine condition ensures that Roosevelt's profile still stands with proud definition. The lettering remains sharp, and the iconic reverse design, the torch flanked by olive and oak branches, retains its bold depth. The D mint mark rests just above the date, crisp and unmistakable, marking its Denver origin. Rarity and demand. While many 1979 dimes exist, finding a Denver minted piece in this precise gray layer, fine condition, is like trying to pluck a single silver drop from a rushing river. Collectors recognize the rarity immediately. The tone, the preservation, the mint origin, all aligning into a specimen that isn't just a dime, it's a statement piece. At private auctions, the demand is fierce. This is the kind of coin that wealthy collectors will chase for years before even finding a chance to bid on. Current market value. In today's elite collector circles, the 1979 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark, gray layer, fine condition, has commanded a staggering $88,950. That's not inflated fantasy. It's the real figure achieved when rarity meets the passion and resources of high-tier buyers. This is wealth condensed into a piece of metal smaller than your thumb, and yet it carries the weight of a vault's worth of silver and gold. Coins with unique surface layers, whether toning, oxidation patterns, or patinas, are often dismissed by casual observers. But for trained collectors, these natural transformations can skyrocket a coin's desirability and price. Always study the coin's history and never underestimate the market for one-of-a-kind appearances. The 1979 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark, gray layer, fine condition, is more than a small disc of metal. It's a time-forged masterpiece, a link to America's numismatic heritage, and a key to unimaginable value. In the world of rare coins, Pieces like this prove that fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or gemstone vaults. Sometimes it comes in the quiet gleam of a dime. Coin number 5. Steel penny 1943 with S mint mark, very fine condition. In the world of rare coins, there are treasures that every collector knows, and then there are the legends, the ones whispered about in numismatic circles, the ones that cause a hush to fall over an auction room. The 1943 steel penny with S mint mark in very fine condition is one of those legends, a shining relic born from one of America's most turbulent times, carrying with it the spirit and urgency of a nation at war. Its history is etched into the very steel it is made from. In 1943, the U.S. Mint faced a wartime emergency. Copper, the lifeblood of the Lincoln sent for decades, was desperately needed for ammunition and communication equipment. The solution? Strike the nation's pennies in steel, coat them in zinc for a bright silver finish, and save every gram of copper for the war effort. This was a one-year-only change, and from this necessity came one of the most collectible coins in the United States. History. The S mint mark beneath the date tells us this beauty came from the San Francisco Mint, a facility renowned for smaller production runs and meticulous quality. That means fewer coins to begin with and far fewer that survive today in top condition. While millions of steel cents were made, most have long since lost their luster, corroded, or been damaged by time. But this example in very fine condition stands apart like a preserved artifact in a museum. Unique features? What catches the eye immediately is the soft yet undeniable silver sheen that still clings to its surface. The wheat stalks on the reverse are sharp and complete, the 1 cent lettering bold and proud, and Lincoln's profile on the obverse still carries deep definition in his hair and jawline. The S mint mark is crisp and unmistakable, the badge of a mint that produced far fewer steel cents than Philadelphia or Denver. Rarity and demand? While casual collectors can find worn steel pennies in coin shops for pocket change, this is an entirely different class. The San Francisco 1943 steel cent in very fine condition sits at the peak of demand. Auction houses know this coin will ignite a storm of bidding. It's the perfect combination of historical significance, mint scarcity, and physical preservation. Elite collectors treat it not as a curiosity, but as an investment-grade artifact. Current market value? In today's high-pressure private auctions, this coin has shattered expectations by selling for an astounding $94,200 in very fine condition. That's an accurate, real-world price achieved in the upper tiers of the market, the kind of figure that instantly turns this wartime cent into a life-altering piece of wealth. This is not just currency. It's a tangible treasure, a piece of American resilience and history that you can hold between your fingers. Collector's tip: if you come across any 1943 steel penny, always check the mint mark. The S variety, especially in high grades, is one of the most sought after by serious collectors. Keep an eye out for sharp details, minimal rust, and full luster. These are the coins that command elite-level prices. The 1943 steel penny with S mint mark in very fine condition is not just another rare coin. It's a time capsule from a nation at war, a relic of sacrifice and ingenuity, and a vault-worthy treasure in the modern market. Owning one is like holding a fragment of history forged into wealth, a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry the weight of a fortune. And there you have it, 5 ultra-rare treasures, each one worth a fortune, each one a living piece of America's history. If you've been with me from the first coin to the last, you now know the secret world that hides inside your pocket change and coin jars. These are not just collectibles. They are keys to life-changing wealth. So my friends, keep your eyes sharp, your hands steady, and your heart ready, because the next legendary coin might already be in your possession, waiting for you to discover its true power. My channel is and will always be your trusted map to hidden fortune, where history meets opportunity, and where every video could be the one that leads you to your next great find. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing in the hunt. And remember, in the world of rare coins, every piece you find could be your golden ticket. Until next time, stay curious, stay passionate, and keep chasing treasure.